To my Whirl podcast audience, how you guys doing this evening? I have a special guest on the phone with us. I have Miss Sherlonda Powell on the phone. How you doing, Miss Powell?
How you doing? Fine.
Great. So, Miss Powell, I've already briefed my podcast audience a little bit on who you are. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rebrief them because certain people know and some of them don't. Okay, on February 2007, you were sentenced to a prison term of 18 years to life. Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead.
It was 15, but they made it 18. They double jeopardy me with my custody.
I'm going to tell you why they gave you the 18 I'm going to tell you why, okay? Miss Powell, you were convicted of one count of murder, which carries a term of 15 years. You was also convicted of one count of tampering with evidence, which carries a term of 5 years, plus 3 years for a gun. Is that correct, Miss Powell?
Yes, but I did 627 days in the county jail.
Hold on, we gonna get there. You're moving a little too fast, okay? Okay. On your date of sentencing, the judge credits you 627 days. That is a total of 1 year, 8 months, and 22 days. How did the victims of the family feel about that you know of?
I don't know, because they're ready for me to get out.
Okay, so the victims of the family is ready for you to get out?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go off into that later. Okay, we'll go off into that as we go. Okay. Miss Powell, you have been in prison for 16 years, 5 months, and 5 days today. Within that time, what have you been doing with yourself?
Conducted and put myself better.
Okay. Tell us about some of the programs you may have been into or didn't get involved in. Talk to us.
Victim awareness. Me being a victim now, so me having a victim.
Okay. Now, let's go off into why you were in prison. On June 10, 2005, you shot and killed Mr. Jeffrey Stevens. Am I correct?
No. He intruded in my castle doctor.
Okay, he intruded. How he did what now?
Attacked me from behind.
He attacked you from behind. Okay, you will go more into it.
I've done everything.
Mr. Stevens and yourself were together as a couple for 14 years. And in that 14 years, Mr. Stevens and yourself have 4 children. Am I correct, Ms. Powell?
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about the relationship that Mr. Stevens and yourself had.
Tell us about the what?
Tell us about the relationship that you and Mr. Stevens had.
It was rocky. It was up and down. It's like a rougher relationship. We weren't married. He was already married. Oh, yeah.
Okay. So when you say rocky, break it down and explain to us what do you mean by rocky?
It was up and down.
So up and down meaning, was he cheating on you? Was he beating on you? I mean, what was going on?
Oh, cheating and beating.
Cheating and beating, okay. So he was cheating and beating on you, okay.
And he was a married man.
And he was a married man. Let's go. Now, we're getting somewhere, Miss Powell. Did you know at the time he was a married man?
No, I didn't. Till after I had the baby.
Till after you had the baby. Baby number 1, 2, 3, or 4. Which baby?
1.
Okay. So after you found out that he was a married man after having the first child, what made you decide to stay?
I told him to stay up there with her. He was up in California with her.
Okay, he was up in California.
She fled the state.
She fled the state. Okay. On the night of June 10th, 2000,
this call is originating from an Ohio correctional facility and may be recorded and monitored.
So what?
On the night of June 10, 2005, you went to a local nightclub called the K9 Club. The K9 Club is located in Dayton, Ohio. Am I right, Miss Powell?
Yes.
Okay, that night, Mr. Stevens' sister, Jacinta Stevens, and Miss Donna Dixon, who is a friend of Miss Stevens, accompany you to the K9 Club. Is that true, Miss Powell?
Listen, they didn't say nothing about the K9.
I'm bringing up the K9 because I went through all the documents and I read everything, so I'm asking you what I know. Did you or did you not?
They didn't charge me with nothing. They didn't charge me with nothing at the K9.
You're moving ahead. I know they didn't charge you with nothing at the K9. I'm just asking you, did you or did you not attend the K9 Club located in Dayton, Ohio that night?
Yes, I did.
Okay. At the K9 Club, what did you have to drink that night?
I ordered me a dog food, but I didn't get to drink it.
A dog food. Could you tell us what is a dog food?
Dog food is liquor, yeah.
Liquor?
Food inside of it.
Okay. How many drinks did you have? Dog food drinks did you have?
One.
Okay. Now tell us what happened at the K9 Club when you guys got there.
I went to buy me a bottle of J-Rose shot, and I reached in my pocket and my money wasn't there, and so I just asked the young ladies that were sitting at the table, did they see me drop some money, or did they see anybody pick the money up? And that's when I turned my back, and the girl swung on me.
Okay, so the altercation at the club, the K9, was the three women at the table nearby. That's the altercation that they swung on you, right?
Right.
Okay. Did you throw a chair at any one of those women that night?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Okay. Go ahead.
Huh?
I said, go ahead. I'm sorry for cutting you. Go ahead.
Well, here we were.
Okay, you didn't throw a chair. Okay, we gonna scrap that part. Okay. You don't know.
Is that what it said?
Exactly. That's what it says. You threw a chair at the ladies at a nearby table. So, but you say you don't remember. Okay. Let's move forward a little bit more, okay? You also had an altercation with one of the bouncers at the club that night, and you threatened, did you or did you not threaten to shoot a bouncer at the club?
I probably did mouthing off.
Okay, mouthing off.
I didn't have no gun on me.
Right, you didn't have a gun on you. Okay, we get to that. You know, listen, everything I ask you, I already know because I got all the paperwork. You know, I got to know my stuff when I come to you, right? Because I know you know we didn't talk about this, but you see I'm breaking down everything, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the bouncer, after you threatened to shoot the bouncer ejected you from the club, threw you out of the club. Did you remember that?
No, that ain't what happened.
That ain't what happened? Well, tell us what happened. Tell us your side of the truth on what happened.
I went outside to confront Cinder, the Center Stevens.
Right.
And I went back in, and that's when the owner told me to get out, or he was going to call the police. So I just left.
Okay. Now, why did you confront Miss Jacinta Stevens?
Because I'm used to her taking my money, and they never showed up, so I figured out that Jacinta had took it, because she left the club.
Okay, because in the transcripts in the court, it clearly stated that you did have an altercation with Miss Stevens and accused her of stealing the money. So, did she...
This call is originating from an Ohio correctional facility and may be recorded and monitored.
Did she own up to stealing the money?
No, she didn't.
Okay. So,
I just,
what happened? How did you get home that night? Because they say you were angry. How did you get home? Did Jacinta take you home? Someone else took you home, or you call a Uber, a Lyft, or a cab? What she do?
I drove myself.
So you were under the influence and you drove yourself. Okay. So, okay, but hey, you didn't get charged with that. And the statute of limitation is up for that anyway. So that was over with about what? Maybe
So
five?
I want two under influence if I drove myself home.
Okay. Hey, maybe the Lord was with you that night and said, hey, I'm going to put my hands over my child and let my child make it home safe and sound and don't hurt no one. So you got to take all that in consideration too. Okay.
Yeah.
When you got home, you went home in the house and you were furious. You was mad. And you...
No, that ain't what happened.
That ain't what happened? Talk to me. Tell me what happened when you got home. Because this is in the
I knocked on the door.
Okay.
I knocked on the door. And that's when somebody opened the door. And when I stepped in, they pulled me by my hair and they ended my dress, threw me up in the air, and I landed on my head.
Who was that person? Who was that person? Mr. Stevens. Okay, go ahead. What else happened?
So that's when I called to the cabinet, and I sat in the tornado position and covered my head because he was punching me and kicking me.
Okay. Now, after he got done punching you and kicking you, what happened?
He didn't stop. I just got up because he kept going back and forth to the door looking out like he was waiting on somebody or he was waiting to see somebody. I don't know. He just kept going back and forth to the door.
Okay, do you have any idea what was the reasoning why he started beating you as soon as you walked through that door?
No, but I was thinking maybe his sister just sent to call him.
Okay.
I was assuming.
Okay. He was assuming the Jacinta call. Okay, let me ask you a question. You've been gone all this time. What is your relationship with Jacinta? Do you speak to her at all any today?
No, I ain't spoke to her today, but I spoke to her about 2 years ago.
No, but that's what I mean today, meaning, since you've been locked up. That's what I mean. Not today.
Yeah, I talked to all of them, except his brother Mark. I talked to his mother, I talked to his brother named Rodney Stevens, and I talked to Jacinta.
Okay. Now, what are their feelings? What do they say to you about what you've done as far as, killing their brother? Because this is what you were convicted.
They don't bring it up. They didn't brought it up, but they was telling my kids that they was ready for me to come home.
Okay. Did you hear them say that, or this is what the kids told you?
That's what the kids told me.
We can't go by that. That's hearsay. We got to go with the facts. We got to hear.
Well, I haven't.
Because we don't know if that's the truth. The kids might be trying to make you feel better. But I'm not saying your kids would do that to you. But I'm just saying, I like to go with the actual facts and everything. Like I said, where you are today, I was once upon a time there. You know what I'm saying? So I know what you're going through, and I know can't say I know how you feel right now about this situation, but I know how you feel being there, and you feel that you should be out. Okay. When you got home, when did you retrieve this 25 caliber handgun?
That I don't remember.
That you don't remember. Now you drove home sober and made it home, but you don't remember getting this 25.
I was under the influence. I was under the influence when I left.
Okay. So, and you said you had how many dog food drinks?
I had one, but I had a pint of gin before I left home.
Right. So, yeah, it says that you were drinking heavily and smoking marijuana heavily. Is that true?
Yes.
Oh wow, okay. So you was drinking heavily before you got to the club, right?
No, like I said, I was drinking a pint. But it was mixed with juice, orange juice, with ice.
Okay. So, after everything that went down, right?
Yeah.
You subsequently shot Mr. Jeffrey Stevens in the chest.
This call is originating from an Ohio correctional facility and may be recorded and monitored.
I couldn't keep him off of me. He kept coming towards me.
Do you remember?
I said
Do you remember
he
shooting?
intruded me.
Right. Do you remember
No.
shooting him? You don't remember it?
No.
Okay. Are you being truthful with me now, Miss Powell?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'm riding with you here, Miss Powell. I'm not against you. I'm riding with you here. I'm riding with you. I just gotta ask the question, Miss Powell. That's all. Okay. Now, after you shot Mr. Stevens in the chest, right? You left the scene of the crime, and you went and tossed the gun, and you hid. Do you remember doing that?
I don't remember having that. I remember going over to somebody's house or something. That I don't remember. I don't remember having.
Okay. Eventually, you went to your father's house, and your father convinced you to turn yourself in, and you told him where the gun was because you were afraid. You were afraid, I understand. And you went to your father's. He convinced you to turn yourself in. You told him where the gun was. He went and retrieved the gun, and he took the gun to the police. Do you remember any of that?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. Okay.
Because I don't remember telling him exactly where it was at. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, somebody had to tell him exactly where it was because he went to the gun, he found the gun, and he took the gun and took it straight to the police. And how long did it take the police to come and arrest you after that?
I turned myself in. I was downtown.
Okay, you turned yourself in. Okay.
Yeah, I turned myself in.
Okay. So, when you found out that Mr. Stevens was dead, what went through your mind?
I was freaked. I was messed up. Couldn't believe it.
Freaked and messed up and couldn't believe it. Okay.
I couldn't believe that he was dead.
This call is originating from an Ohio correctional facility and may be recorded and monitored.
He was a fighter.
Oh, he was a fighter?
Yeah.
I mean, he's beating on women. He's not a fighter. That's just my opinion. You say he beat on you, and I can't rock with him because allegedly you say this man was beating on you. I don't know that to be fact, but if he did do this, I personally can't rock with him. How do your okay? You guys have 4 children together. How do your children feel about this?
They're ready for me to come home. They're done with it.
Right.
Everybody said they're done with it.
They're ready for you to come home. Now, you got to be cautious of other family members of the victim saying they're ready for you to come home, because when you come home, the family of the victim could, have a motive to say, I'm going to knock her off.
No, they don't.
Okay.
They don't.
Okay. Now, how old are your children that you have with Mr. Stevens?
So,
Yes, how old are they?
shoot. The young one is 18, and I got a 19-year-old. My youngest daughter is 24. My oldest daughter about 26. And my oldest is 30.
Okay.
30-something.
Okay, so a total, that's more than 4 kids you named. How many
No,
children?
it's not.
Okay.
4.
Okay, name them.
Five.
Okay, so one of them is
4 by him.
right, 4 by him and 1 by somebody else. I said it was more than 4 ages they're named off. Okay. Your
You want their name?
No. We're not gonna. No, that's something we're not gonna do. We're not gonna tell your kid's name on here. That's nobody's business. What your children's names are, that's not their business. We're just here giving you the opportunity to tell your side of the truth and what happened. That's all we're here for. Nothing else about your kids. Okay. Now, when you was in court, going through what you went through in court, was Mr. Stevens' family riding with you? Were they on your side or were they against you?
They really didn't know what to say, because me and Jeff, we kind of kept to ourselves. So they couldn't really speak up on, you know what I'm saying? Nothing happened that night.
Right. Now I got it mixed up. It said after you wrestled over the gun and you shot Mr. Stevens, you fled to your sister's house. You went in here for a while at your sister's house. That's where you went to. After your sister's house,
I don't remember who house I went to.
you know what I'm saying? You went to your sister's house. You went to your sister's house, where you learned that Stevens had died at. You learned that he died at your sister's house, and then eventually you fled to your father's house. The father.
My godmother's house.
Come on, okay, because the paperwork is saying you fled to your sister's house. You hid there for a while, and then when you found out Mr. Stevens passed on, and you learned that, you eventually fled to your father's home. The father convinced you to turn yourself in to the police. After you revealed where the gun could be found at, the defendant, your father, located the gun and turned it over to the police. Do you remember any of that?
Well, somebody had to tell him I never was me.
Of course, it had to be you. So after you sobered up and you realized what you were faced with, what was your thoughts in that jail cell?
I couldn't believe it. I was still stoned, you know. I wanted my life that a man no way. I was under the influence. When in the county, I was snorting pills.
You were in the county snorting pills. Okay. Now let me ask you a question. Outside of prison, did you use any other drug outside of marijuana?
No.
Okay. So what made you decide to turn into snorting pills in the county jail?
Like I said, I love myself. I couldn't believe what had happened.
Is it that you wanted to die?
No.
Okay, you was just coping. You was using something to ease your pain.
Yeah.
Okay, you guess. So, in the county jail, you was in the county jail for 627 days, right?
They didn't still give me my credit for that.
No, they gave you your credit. It's credited. You were.
They did.
Yes, they did. I got the full paperwork and everything. You're credited 600.
They didn't give it to me.
You're credited now. I got your paperwork and I looked it up. I added everything up. Everything is added up.
When did they give it to me?
Correctly. They gave it to you because you gotta look at it. The murder and the tampering with evidence, that's ran concurrent, right? That's ran concurrent. And
that is not.
That's consecutive. That's 3 years. That's what now you.
But it was already served. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
What?
When I first got here. I first got here. You hear me?
This call is originating from an Ohio correctional facility and may be recorded and monitored.
That's when my gun started, right?
Hold on. You gotta look at it like this. If that was not given to you, you got a parole date coming up for June the 10th of 2023. So if you got a parole date coming up June 10th, 2023, you got to do the math and add it up. It happened in 2005, right? So, okay, and then June 10th, 2023, there you go. There's everything added up, because if they started at the time at 2007, you wouldn't be going up for parole in 2023.
I don't know what's going on with that, but I feel they didn't give it to me.
No, they gave it to you. Listen, do the math, right? You do the math when you get home, right? Okay. So let's just say, right? Okay, now when you get back to your cell, let's see here. Okay, we got, just say 2005 when all this happened, right? So you got 2015. That's 10 years, right? That's 2015. That makes 5 years, 10 years. Then you got 16, 17, 18, 19, and you got 20 and 21. That's it. That's 16, 16 years right there. 21 makes 16 years, right? So then you got 22 and 23. That's 18 years. So you was credited your 627 days, man.
But the 18 would have been another bonus back. That's what I'm trying to tell you. If I done a year and a half in the county,
right,
and then I done.
You actually, let me tell you how much time you did in the county, because I want you to have all your credit. You done 1 year, 8 months and 22 days in the county jail, right? That's what you were credited. That's what you were credited with right there, right? Now, okay, now concurrent, right? Meaning that's you're serving 2 sentences at one time. So you got 5 years for the tampering with evidence and 15 for the murder, right? Now that was concurrent. Now if that wasn't ran concurrent, that would have been 20 years, right? But you got your 15 years already for that. Then you got 3 years for the gun, which is a separate charge, right? So
you have been already taken care of.
Well, not what you only did 1 year, 8 months and 22 days out of the 3 years. So that means you actually had another year and some time to go for the gun case. You know what I'm saying?
But I thought you was gonna help me.
Now, I'm right now the best I can help you with is giving you my platform, right? That's what I said I was gonna do. I said I was gonna give you my platform, right? And I'm giving you that. Now, when you got a crime like yours, meaning you have
1 minute remaining.
meaning that you got concurrent and one is not ran concurrent with it, you got to put the 15 years in